We are back, baby. Therapy without a degree. Chapter 300 and something. I got to really start getting to know these episodes. But we here, man. We here. We are back. And it's so funny because the last episode, I was like, yo, we back. And we about to be consistent. We'll be dropping every week. And nope, again. But it's all good. I'm actually going to make a flyer, probably a graphic on the IG. Release schedule. Whatever we want.
All right.
Nah, I'm joking. We here. Joe Fiucarino's in the house. You guys already know. Got my guy Javi.
What's up, y'all?
You.
Good to be back.
And you know, a big thing of this podcast has been, you know, consistency and finding people who are down to be here every week and all that fun stuff. And, you know, Javi's always down. But I'm like, yo, even just me and him, like, yo, sometimes our energy be too chill. Like, way too chill. So I felt like we needed to... Oh, actually, that reminds me. I didn't get you a shot. I should have got you a shot. So I was like, you know, we need a little spice in our life, a little energy. And Freddy be chill, too. So I'm not just trying to say this guy's just, like, nut, you know? But, I mean, after a couple shots, though, seen him at a couple events. He be turning up a little bit. But now Freddy was like, yo, I'm down. So here he is. What up, yo?
Yo, what's up? I'm here. The crazy guy, I guess.
Did you ever... the
Energizer bunny.
Nah, yeah, exactly. Give me energy, yo. Light that shit up. No, did you ever think you would even... Have you ever done a podcast before?
No, this is literally my first time.
First episode?
Ever. Yeah.
Okay.
You're popping my cherry, Joe.
Popping the cherry.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it, man. Now, do you watch any podcasts yourself?
I do, yeah.
What do you
I
watch?
The Basement Yard. These two guys from New York, they just like talk about their childhood and whatever. I watch them religiously. Every Monday they drop an episode. I'm always watching their stuff. And then a couple like other like side hustle podcasts that I've just come across, and a couple motivational ones. But the Basement Yard is the consistent one. Oh, and there's also other people's lives too. These two guys, they interview people that have very interesting lives and things that it gets very weird, but it's very interesting.
Okay, so you consume a decent amount of podcasts.
I do. Yeah. In my morning, making my coffee, making my breakfast. I got my headphones on, listening to something.
So you're more of an audio listener than video?
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't sit and just like watch an hour podcast. I feel like listening as I'm doing stuff, it just, keeps me entertained.
Habit stacking. You put me onto that.
Yo, for real, when you multitasking, habit stacking.
Yeah.
I listen to I watch long podcasts, but while I'm working.
That's crazy.
Like 3-hour podcasts.
See, like I can't split my mind like that. Like watch a podcast and work. It's like that multitasking. It's like, wait a minute. I got to focus on work. I can't like,
I'm not watching. I guess I'm just listening to it.
Yeah, it's like background.
Having it in the background.
Yeah.
But they be 3 hours.
Yeah, that's why.
2.5.
That's crazy.
Even, sometimes, so I'll be watching, everyone knows I'm like a Grant Cardone guy. He does these live streams almost every Saturday. Mm-hmm. Bro, the dude be live streaming for 5-6 hours. Straight sales.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he sells it as like 90 minutes every week. And he's like, 2 hours in, oh, sorry, we didn't even plan to go this long.
Sorry, I know I promised 90 minutes, but we're doing like 7
Yeah,
hours.
I think that's lit.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
good.
What about Javi? How much Spanish do you understand?
Spanish?
Yeah,
Everything.
everything.
Mhm.
Have you watched Alafoca?
I've seen some of their videos, like where they have like
Clips.
the whole panel and stuff. I've seen that.
You should. It's funny, bro.
It is
Like
funny.
when you act, like I be having to use the little translation and the captions and shit. But I feel like because you would actually understand, you would get a kick out of it.
It is. The thing is, Dominicans speak almost like a different kind of Spanish. So like there are certain words that Dominicans will say and I don't understand and I have to listen to the rest of that sentence to get the context.
Yeah.
So like that's like tricky sometimes.
Isn't that crazy that you speak that? Like, where are you from again?
Yeah, I'm Cuban.
I'm actually learning. So right now, I guess this would be fun for the listeners to know. I'm taking Spanish classes now, 5 days a week, an hour a day. You know, because when I do something, I do it.
That's dope.
But I'm taking Dominican classes,
Yeah.
so I'm
That-
not just
yeah, you
taking
should.
Spanish classes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
And it's
It's
crazy.
different.
Yo, he's showing me, the guy that's instructing me, right, is like, this is how you say it in Spanish. This is how you say it Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things that even I've been saying that are very just like Spanish. Because I grew up around like a lot of Mexicans and Colombians and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's
Mhm.
like, nah, we don't even say it remotely close to that.
Yeah, that's why like it was kind of funny for me in high school learning Spanish. Like taking Spanish for a native Spanish speaker is like silly, but they always make you take a Spanish or a native language course. And they had a Colombian instructor, like teacher, and it's almost like every single teacher from any country can teach you how to speak Spanish, but they're going to teach you their Spanish.
Yeah.
So like if you learn from a Colombian, you're going to learn Colombian Spanish words.
Yep.
That if you speak to any Caribbean, they might not understand certain words or certain phrases that you use because they don't use them like that.
Bro, it goes deeper than that. You know what I'm learning with this DR thing? They're saying that depending on the part of the country.
That
you're-
too.
It's, bro, there's like 4 ways to say love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro,
That's
and
wild.
it's wild because I'm I travel there a lot, so I'm getting to know the different areas, and it's like, yo, like every 2 hours they say it they talk a different way. He's like, so if you're gonna be over here, this is how you're gonna talk, and it's like different.
It's slang.
Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's a decent difference. It's like the way you say the word is like completely off.
Yeah. That's
Spain
true.
is like that. Spain has dialects in the country that they don't even speak Spanish. They speak I forgot the name of it. It's a C word, I believe. But like the eastern part of Spain, they don't even speak Spanish.
Croy?
It's not Creole. Creole is like French.
Oh, okay.
French, broken French. I forgot the name of it, but like specifically Spain too, because Spain also has like this big thing where like some people want to be like independent from like actual Spain as a country, so they don't speak the native Spanish. They speak whatever their dialect is.
Wow, like they created their own language.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
that's-
Spain's a very old country.
Yeah. That's
Yo,
wild.
speaking of countries, you said you lived in Jordan?
I did.
Jordan.
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Wait, did
Yep.
you like live there first, then here?
Yeah, I was born here and then I went there and then I was raised there. Like I went through all school up to high school, graduated and then came back. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
What
I'm a
was it-
mixed breed, bro.
Okay.
My mom's Italian, my dad's Arab, Jordanian, and yeah, when they got together, they had us, and my dad's like, we're taking the kids to Jordan. Like, I need them to learn the language, the culture, the religion, the whole thing. So it's like, all right, fuck it, we're going to Jordan.
So, you packed
So
up.
my white mom, born and raised in Cardi, New Jersey, never left the country, is now going to Jordan and live there and start a life there. So it was like a huge culture shock for her at first. And I think she kind of just struggled the whole time, to be honest with you. She always didn't really fit in, you know? And yeah, we were there up to high school, graduated high school. The plan was always after the kids finish high school, like, then if the kids want to go back to the U.S. for college or whatever, they can do that. But they need to have the basics down of like the religion, the culture, and the language.
So where did you learn English?
At home, because my mom speaks Arabic like very broken. So at home, we primarily spoke English. So spoke English. And then every summer I used to come here. I have, my mom's family's here. So
Also, summers you guys always would get,
yep,
always.
always.
Yeah, you speak
every
Arabic?
summer. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's what you would learn like what in school, right? Like,
Yep. Yeah.
You didn't learn any English in school.
There was there was. Yeah, we had like English classes. You know how like here you got Spanish class,
Yeah, yeah.
over there you had English class.
Oh.
Yeah. And all the kids would all come to me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was smarter than the teacher, bro. The teacher's like some Arab dude that
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
learned English who knows how.
Right.
And then there's times the teacher would literally ask me like, "So, Freddie, is that right? What I'm saying?"
Right.
Yeah, yeah, you got it.
Context. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm teaching the teacher, bro.
That's funny.
That's actually really impressive, bro. 'Cause your English is really good.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would have never
yeah.
known.
Yeah. No one ever guesses it.
Yeah.
It's great. It's such like a hidden talent.
100%.
Yeah.
When do you feel like you perfected it? Like how old were you when you felt like you were talking?
Oh man, young. I don't know, maybe like 9, 10 years old. Like I was just
What?
speaking. I was able to speak both languages just like normal,
Did
like
you
my
watch-
whole life.
What do you think it was? Did you learn from movies? Did you? And this is a selfish conversation, by the way, people. This is. I'm just trying to learn another second language, so I'm like, how'd you?
Well, remember, I was a kid, so like my brain
Mm.
was a sponge that was empty, and I just like it just all.
It's easier.
Yeah, it's easier to learn as a child than when you're older. And then my first 5 years of life was here. We lived in Garfield, and then after we hit school age, that's when they made the decision time to go to Jordan. So we went there, and yeah, like I told you, like at school, it's all Arabic. You know, the friends I made over there, all Arabic kids. So outside the house, all Arabic, and then in the house, pretty much speaking English and watching like American TV. I'd watch like American cartoons,
Yeah.
American movies, whatever. And every summer came here, so obviously my grandmother's Italian, so we're like speaking in English. We're here in the U.S., so I kind of got like the best of both worlds,
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how I got it. That's how I got it all down, I guess.
Maybe we take a little road trip to Jordan.
Let's do it.
A road
Hey,
trip.
road trip. Yeah, we take a flight.
Yeah, a quick 12-hour flight, no big deal.
Yeah, not crazy. You know why not?
Yo, Deadass, I'll take you to Petra, bro. Petra's
Petra.
majestic, dude.
Isn't that one of the 7?
It was.
It was.
Mhm.
It
Yep.
was. I know
Yeah, yeah.
exactly that whole carve out in the mountainside.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
That's one of the
Yeah,
places
it
I
was in
wanna go.
Transformers. I think it was in Indiana Jones too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
That's funny as hell. I was just watching Indiana Jones last night.
Majestic spot, bro.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That is crazy, man. It is crazy the evolution of just like different countries and
That's the
the
old world.
changes and all that.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm. Yeah.
we were speaking of that, kind of goes into what we were talking about the topic. We're talking about AI, and like even before, I'm still amazed by how much I learned fucking with those cameras in that 8 minutes with this camera just doing that. It is wild. So everyone has been talking about AI, how it is just, and I was, we've had these conversations on the podcast before, and we talk about it and stuff, and we talk about it even behind the scenes, but how AI is just shifting people's relationships with themselves, mental health, everything, even my own. Like last night, anyone who follows me on IG, I was just like, yo, just tell me about me from a deep perspective. And it
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
it was like spot on. Now, I probably use ChatGPT more than the average person. I ask it something maybe 30 times a day, maybe more, maybe a little bit more. But it is insane. So people are like this, people being trolls on the internet saying, will AI become like your best friend?
Yep.
And from a mental health standpoint, that is insane
Mhm.
to even think about that.
Yeah.
Javi, when you think about that, what comes to mind? Will AI be your best friend?
One step closer to the Matrix.
Yo,
That's what I
word,
think
bro.
about it.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah.
And I mean, there's good and bad in everything. And it's so funny that we are the most connected society has ever been in human history, yet more people feel alone now than ever. So I think that's like an interesting balance between the two. But I mean, AI, just like anything else, has room for immense good, just in the hands of who's using it. Who are the people that are like using it? How deep down the rabbit hole do you go as a person when you're asking it questions? You know what I mean? Like, how much do you want them to know about you? And then how will that affect you based off the answers? Like, if you ask it a question and it gives you an answer that's not necessarily what you think about yourself, but it's how it perceives you. And then if you think like, oh, well, the AI is obviously smarter than me, right? Let's say, well, maybe I do agree with that, even if that's not the conclusion you would have reached by yourself. So that's how I think about it. Because there are a lot of people who are like easily swayed. You know what I mean? So people could ask it a question and maybe it says this when I would have thought that. No, okay, maybe it is right. And then we start to like lose ourselves gradually.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And also, I just think like human relationships too. A lot of people, they get disappointed with human relationships, and then you talk to AI. A lot of times, AI makes you feel better, or gives you answers that you're looking for. You
Right.
know, so it's like, why? You know, I don't want to go vent to my friend anymore because I feel like my friend I'm bothering them, or they don't pick up the phone when I call them. So I'm just gonna talk to AI.
Right.
I'm
It's
just
always
gonna
there
call
for you.
Gemini or ChatGPT and have a conversation with that for hours. And we all know, ChatGPT never ends a conversation. There's always like a follow-up question to keep the conversation going. So a lot of people, I think they just feel like, oh, wow, this thing actually cares about me. I think I saw a video somewhere where some lady, she like fell in love with her AI, with her, I don't know, I don't remember if it was ChatGPT, but it was some kind of AI. And she literally like, she created her own like wedding and got married to it. Tell me how sick that is.
Yeah, well,
Like, that's wild.
she needs,
Talk about mental health, bro.
yeah, that's
That's the end game.
Yeah,
That's like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? That's
yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
There's people like that.
you know, I guess it's just that it always has, like, it's always, and it's crazy because even when I started this platform, Therapy Without a Degree, it was always because, you know, a lot of times we don't have that person to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Right.
we don't have that person that's going to either understand or give us that unbiased perspective. That's literally the reasons why I started this. And it's crazy because I think that it does a lot of that. It'll give you the unbiased perspectives, right? Because, bless you, it's done a better job, too, of even saying, like, yo, nah, you're wrong. Like, it's not always, like, some people have the perception that it's always going to just agree with you. A lot of times it doesn't.
I feel like, though, you need to tell it that in the prompt, right? Because, like, with my experience, I've noticed, like, if I ask it a question, most of the times it would somewhat agree with me. But then if I ask it, like, no, give me the cold hard truth and just give me the facts, no filter. I don't want you to be nice. I don't want you to agree with me. Like, challenge me. It'll give you a whole different answer
Right.
Yeah.
than if you just asked it a simple question.
I think it also depends, though, how frequent you use it and how in depth you use it. Like,
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
starts to get to know your personality traits, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah, yeah, because it adjusts to you.
It just. But yeah, man, it is just absolutely crazy. I mean, it's definitely a tool. It's super, super powerful. But I do think, you know, like the whole, you know, will AI be like your best friend? I think some people are going to really lean into it and use it. I do think it's going to be scary when the robots are going to be in everyone's homes.
Yo, word, bro. iRobot, bro.
Dude.
I'm getting one.
That's gonna become like based on a true story.
Dude.
I'm getting one.
Yeah, I know you are.
But they're $20,000 on payment plans.
Right, right.
Like,
Cheaper
why-
than a car.
Bro,
Literally.
literally.
Yeah.
It's going to set this whole pod thing up. It's going to be Jordano's assistant.
Word.
Jordano's
Yo,
gonna,
go fix my shit.
Jordano's
for
going
real.
to text it in the morning like, yo, I'm about to be coming to the office in a little while, bro.
Set everything up.
What are we going to name it? Jordana could pick the name. All right, so
I don't know.
yeah, we picked the name of the robot, and bro, it's here. It's now. It's insane, man.
Welcome to the future, bro.
Yeah, it is. We can't. You know, there's no running away from this stuff.
Mm-mm.
So while I don't think it's going to be everyone's everyday best friend, I do see a world where it's going to be everyone's biggest tool.
100%. Yeah, definitely. Because, like, I use it a lot for work. A lot. I pretty much treat it like my assistant. You know, I'll ask it, hey, can you help me out with whatever video ideas for whatever shoot I'm going to? Or can you come up with like a quick script for me or something? And it'll do it. I'm not gonna say it's the best, but hey, it's something to start with. You know, it's like a solid foundation that you can work with.
It's crazy. The more you use it, and the better tools that you use it for, it is just like, and that's the scary part, that it can, like, the more you think of these different things in the ways that it can help you, it helps. You know, like last night I put, because you saw I got the BJ's membership,
Yeah.
right? So I'm like, okay, I attached all my bank statements, and I was like, what am I spending? Like, can you analyze my bill, find me all my ShopRite receipts? So I just uploaded my statement. It gave me every single transaction that I've spent. So I was like, okay, you need to now tell me my weekly average for my ShopRite bill. I need you to tell me. I also uploaded screenshots of the food, because I always take a picture of my cart after. So I uploaded that, and I said, okay, out of everything that I buy normally, tell me exactly what I should go buy at BJ's instead of buying a ShopRite. And it tells you, like, it's whatever you could possibly think of, it's gonna tell you. Like,
That's sick. That's some wild
but
shit.
you have to think about that.
Right. Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
think about
Prompt
these
it.
prompts.
Mm-hmm.
Even like the certain graphics, like, Jennifer will sometimes be on there, and she's like, oh, make a graphic for this. But it's like, no, you gotta go backwards. You gotta go a little slower. You gotta say, hey, look, think like I'm working for Popeyes, and I'm on their creative department team, and I make $10 million a year, and I'm so popular that the president would hire me. Think like that person. Now make me a creative plan for this post I'm about to do. Gives you the idea. Okay, great. Now I want you to make a prompt for that idea. You take that and then create that thing that you just made. Like, and I said all to say, like, that's more on the creative side and like the everyday side, but it even goes with everyday life, like in mental health. Like, I've used it with legal situations. I've literally told it my whole entire case from front to back, to record, to watching screenshots of conversations, all this. And then when it comes time to deal with a lawyer that's from another country that I can't really speak the language, hey, look, they just sent me this message. How should I respond to this to make sure I'm in the best position for my case? Boom, you should say this.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Like,
So it's all about the details. The more detail you put in your prompt, the better it'll perform.
yeah.
And
being
then
creative.
it learns as it goes, so it'll adjust itself and know, like, okay, this guy's style is this or that or whatever.
Even based on patterns, or like, if you believe in astrology, you give it that. There's been times where I'm like, yo, think like an astrology guru. Boom, boom, boom. And it just tells you. So the more, like, I've gotten so indulged with it that I would definitely want to do like AI consulting, prompt consulting, things like that, in just like the world of business and things. But because we're still so new, when it becomes something that everyone knows, these little tricks like that I just mentioned, like the ShopRite thing, like when everyone, it's gonna be everyone's biggest tool of their life.
100%. Absolutely. I agree with you on that. Yeah.
100%.
What
Yeah.
do you use it for? You said you don't use it as much, right? Because
I don't use it as much. If I do use it, I'll use it
this
to
guy
like,
think Elon Musk is gonna be at his house knocking on the door tomorrow.
"Bro, what you got up in there?" No, yeah. I mean, what I use it for is really just like, for example, with my credit repair, I'll find like certain SEC codes that I need to dispute. If I'm looking into like a company, I'll use it to like analyze its financial statement. Really just work, or ask it certain questions that I need like quick answers to, or if I'm doing research. I look at a lot of open source intelligence stuff because of like all the war and strategy and stuff. So like I'll look for like non-biased news sources and I'll have like the AI like surf the web for it, and I'll check the links and verify the links and stuff like that. That's really what I use it for, the main stuff like that.
So you guys are
Yeah.
still light. You guys are still light users.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah. I
Yeah.
definitely use it like like what you just told me with the whole like receipts and the fucking statements and put everything in there, and then you just like send it all and then it analyzes. That's I haven't gotten that deep, but
Bro,
it's just
I
research.
I take
Really,
pictures of all my supplements.
yeah.
I take pictures of all the supplements I take, and then I also attach my blood work test. And I say, hey, I have everything I have now. What should I take? When should I take? Give me a plan to take it. And also, what else am I missing? And what should I buy? I use this thing for everything.
Literally, it knows you inside out,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I know,
Like literally.
It knows the prescriptions that I'm
Right,
on.
right.
It knows all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I say that to, and a lot of people probably listening like, yo, you were bugging.
Yo, word. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure people are like, this guy's fucking crazy, bro.
But do you know how beneficial it's been, bro, to my life?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Bro, I've even like with that, like the supplements and the doctors and stuff, bro, I've changed a lot of shit about even my health.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, then I go to the doctor and I'm like, yo, was that, whoop, and they're like, yeah, you did it right.
For me, there's no question that it's helpful, that it will improve your life and change a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, there in life and in everything, there's a trade-off. There's equivalent exchange, right? So if it helps you a lot on the one hand, let's just say for example, I'm an environmentalist, right? I don't have the numbers in front of me, but they did the numbers of how much energy it costs per chat GPT prompt, like, and per like picture. Cause like people love making those memes and those pictures and stuff like that. How much energy it costs to make a simple like meme picture. So like you have to look at the long-term effects of how many people waste energy on making like silly memes and prompts and stuff like that versus people who are actually using it to improve their life. A majority of people are using it to just troll and just like do stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like all of that energy, which in tune, they need data centers for that. So when they build a new data center that like sucks up all of the water and the energy, you know what I mean? Like it's a trade-off. And then on top of that, you're giving them all of your personal information. You're telling them everything about you, and there's
Someone's monitoring that.
there's someone monitoring, even if it's another AI that's monitoring it for everyone, and then they just pick it, like, and it doesn't necessarily mean to this. I'm saying that to say like, oh, someone's doing something bad, but that option remains there, that they if they want to, they can.
Right.
That's
right.
that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the thing. Before that option was not there.
Yeah.
So for something that wants total control over people's minds and like opinions and like, let's do a poll. We don't even have to run polls anymore because all we have to do is just look through the ChatGPT data and we know everything you think and everything you talk about. And
That's true.
And, if you have an opinion about something that we don't like, oh well, we'll just discredit you because you say that you have these prompts, and we don't like that, so we're not gonna validate your opinion about it because you're crazy. And we can edit it. They can edit any prompt, any history that you have.
Yeah.
So you say XYZ, oh well, we'll just make it say ZYX. Boom.
Yeah, but we're not running to be the president.
No, absolutely not.
That's true.
But let's just say you want to be a head of a major company, or you have aspirations, right? The question then becomes, how aspirational are you? How big do you want to be in whatever space that you want to be? If you have opinions, if you're in the public space, you have people on your spot that are talking about certain things. That's how they formulate control over what you have to say or what you have to think. By pushing you to the edge. That's the way that I think about it, at least. Not, use it while you can to better yourself and make the money and become healthy and enjoy. Use it to print out. I have a bunch of printouts that I like when I do my data, my research and stuff like that. I print all that stuff out the same way that I have like hard copy books. I print all my stuff out because I want it in my face. I want data in my face because let's just say the grid goes down. Now there's no AI.
Yeah.
Now there's no asking questions, and you are at the mercy of what the knowledge that you've already gathered. So if you don't know how to, assimilate all that information and make a mental note of it, if you are only depending on it every time you have a question, you lose your self-dependency. You can't figure it out
You
by
can't
yourself.
think.
You can't.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the whole point of AI. It's to remove the self, the self ideology of it. Like you don't need to rely on your smarts anymore. That's why all these kids cheat in school. How do they cheat? Let me just go on ChatGPT and let me just cheat it and pass the test.
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't need to think for myself because AI can think for me.
Right.
That's
right.
You know what I'm saying?
I do agree with Javi on that
Yeah.
because it's like you're numbing your brain at this point.
Right.
Like that's it. You can't, like you said, you can't think
You
for
don't-
yourself anymore. It's like,
Or you
oh
have
my
a
god, I forgot
problem.
what 2 + 2 is. Let me ask
Right.
ChatGPT.
Right.
You know.
And then, right, take it a step further. Then, if it's 2 + 2 and ChatGPT tells me it's 4 and I don't know, well, how long before 2 + 2 becomes 5? And nobody can tell the difference. That may not
Reality
be now.
has been changed.
You know what I'm saying? That might not be now. That
I
might
don't-
not be
I
in
don't
10
know.
years.
I do.
But
I
in
just
30,
think it's so.
you're fucked.
The robots are taking over,
And then
bro.
that's how it is because they have the
Keanu
hardware.
Reeves, where the fuck are you?
Exactly. And then they have a robot in everyone's house. So then, like iRobot, they'll turn on the red light and then it's over.
Nah,
Say
see,
something about it
I
because
don't
now
think-
you're done.
I don't think it's because it's pulling from every single way. Like how knowledgeable it is, because bro, it's just scraping everything from the whole entire internet, and we have like it fact checks itself.
Yeah.
Like so, like I don't know, man. Like that should be.
It's definitely it's beautiful and scary at the same time, because like everything Javi is saying is I agree with it 100%, but I also understand like what you're saying, Joe, too. Like it does make your life easier, and with the nature of the work that we do, I'm constantly on the road going places. I don't really have time to sit and really like get inspired and think of like cool video ideas to do if I got all these shoots that I gotta go to.
Yeah.
So ChatGPT is that shortcut,
Yeah.
It's like, hey, think for me and come up with some ideas so I don't have to sit and like stare at the sky and maybe like have a beer so then I'll have an epiphany of a great idea,
Yo, even from a mental health perspective, right? If you prompted it and you were like, I just lost my brother, he passed away, this is a little bit about my life, you say about your life, blah blah blah, this is the stuff I'm feeling, what I'm going through. I want you to think as a therapist who has been doing this for 30-40 years, that happens to live in New Jersey, that deals with men of my color, my age, like depending on how you prompt that, bro, I'm telling you, from my like just fucking with it, it's gonna be really on point.
Yeah.
Because it's done such a good job at picking up like it will literally do those things.
Yeah.
It's just insane, man. So like from a mental health side, I know everyone's always questioning like, okay, is it going to help people? Is it going to hurt people? I think depending on how you prompt it and how you actually talk to it, I don't really see it to be a super bad thing. I feel like it actually will give access to some kid that maybe can't get therapy or something like that.
But I want, so like, how about if you're prompting it like something fucking diabolical?
Right.
What if you're asking it like, I want to like shoot up a school.
Well, no,
what do
they-
I
I
do?
think
Does it notify someone, or does it give you options? Does it
that's-
give you strategies to that? That's scary.
I do think that they've already had issues like that. That it's
they've been
happened,
sued a bunch of
and I think
times.
that they've already put tweaks on it.
Yeah.
And it will, like, there's things like even, I test it and it's like, nah, dog, you can't do that. Like, it won't even say certain things. Like when I want to, if I'm sending a little sexy text or something, just a little risky
Yeah.
text. And I'm like, yo, translate that.
Yo, how do I say
trans-
send nudes?
Yeah. Translate that to,
Right now.
to Dominican. It's like, nah, dog, I can't do that.
Don't talk like that. You
But
need to
then-
be a gentleman, Joe.
But sometimes, depending again how you prompt it, I'll be like, you know what, chat? This is just for me and you, baby.
He's flirting.
No, yeah, like this conversation right now, it ain't even gonna leave this platform, so it's cool. You're
just
not breaking
us.
any violations. You're not. Oh, word. Here, that's exactly. And then it tells it. So you got to know how to prompt it, baby.
Yeah,
You gotta-
see?
yo,
Fucking Joe manipulating the fucking AI, dude. Shit.
yo,
That's wild, bro.
yeah,
That's
man.
some scary shit.
Sign up for my course now. Prompting
Facts.
AI consulting, nah,
Elon Musk, come
Prompting
at me.
101.
bro. So yeah, we'll chat. Will AI be your best friend? It is gonna be one of your best tools. I'll tell you that one, baby. It is
Very
gonna be
true.
one of your best
Yeah.
tools.
Absolutely.
There's a couple of things I know we wanted to kind of get into. Oh, that was how to find your tribe. How to find your tribe.
Yeah, that's
That was-
a tough one.
you thought that-
That's
okay.
a tough one.
What
Yeah.
made you think of that?
Well, knowing my background, I never really feel like I fit in anywhere. You know, I came to the U.S. in the summer, and my grandmother would sign me up for all these camps and swim schools, basketball camp, whatever. And it's always like the Arab kid, you know. And mind you, 2001, whatever, people just saw Arabs as the terrorists. So that was always like, oh, the Arab kid, the weird kid. And then you go back home to Jordan, oh, you're the American kid. You're the kid I'm going to come up to when it's English class so you can help me cheat on my exam or so you can help me with my homework. So it's like, who actually likes me for me, who actually like vibes with me personally. So that's the struggle that I've experienced coming from two different worlds and two different backgrounds. It's great because you have that variety, but then at the same time, it's like, I'm not 100% anything. I'm 50% Italian and 50% Arab. So where do I fit? Now I have obviously, I've made very close friends in Jordan during my time there where, there's some of the kids that I was friends with, I'm still friends with. Like, I still talk to them. One of my best friends there, he's married. He has 2 kids, and, like, we stay in contact. So, like, I've had those select few, but it's so hard to find those people, You meet so many people in your life, and then there's very select few that actually stay with you, So how to find your tribe? I guess experience. Like, you just kind of go through life together, and then from those experiences, you kind of figure out what kind of character they have, what kind of personality they have. Are they someone that you can trust? Are they someone that you can count on? Depending on what you've gone through with them, you'll know, okay, this person is someone like I want to keep close to my hip. So that's what I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Javi?
Yeah, I mean, I like that. And I think a lot of it is just being yourself. I think a lot of people, like, they have friends or they meet people and they feel like they have to change who they are to try to, like, not necessarily fit in, but to not necessarily stand out. Because they know if they stand out, people might not want to hang out with them or be around them or do the things that they truly like to do. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, look at all of the people right now who, like, first of all, Pokemon is exploding. Look at all the people who love Pokemon and are now cool. All of the girls can now be trendy and have Pokemon cards and go to these events and stuff like that. And they're, let's just say that for specifically on the women, they're beautiful women, right? But they're like nerdy. They're in the Pokemon space. 10, 15 years ago, you're a loser if you do that.
That's true.
But now, not only because there's money involved, but because it's trendy, people want to gravitate. People want to go, oh my God, you're into Pokemon? Well, me too. That's so cool, blah, blah, blah. But if you were just your authentic self, I think that's also like a beauty of it and gives light to this whole problem. Like, if you had a Pokemon binder since you were a kid, because that's what you truly love, look at how much you're rewarded now because those cards are worth thousands of dollars, right? Whereas somebody who might have thrown away all their Pokemon cards because they bought into the trend and they thought it was for losers or nerds.
My binders were fat.
Right?
I don't know who got them because I lost them.
You feel me?
But bro, I had 3 binders.
Dude.
Yeah.
But those people miss out on that opportunity because they're going with the trend.
Right.
So a lot of it is just being yourself no matter what. And if it's cool, it's cool. That's cool. Because you'll find people who connects with you if you just do what you like. Because everyone's weird in their own way. Everyone's a nerd for their own niche. Everyone likes to do certain things that other people may not. And you have to find people who enjoy those same things as you. It might not be the people who are live immediately around you. It might not be people in your family or in your school. But, especially us, we're all in the networking space. How many times have we met people, networking, let's just say for Jersey Media, who we've met that have this specific interest that has nothing to do with why we're there, and you connect immediately.
Yep.
And the person is from California. And it's like, oh, I would have never met you if I didn't come here, and then we just so happen to talk about something that we both like that has nothing to do with it, with what we're here for. So I think a lot of it is just that, being authentic and not caring. Like, I've always been a lone wolf myself. I've always been the kind of person that, I know every different clique and every different person, but I don't necessarily hang out with them all the time. I don't go to their parties or stuff like that. But if I see you, like in high school, and if I see you in the halls, hey, what's up, Javi? Yo, what's going on? You doing this, that, or third? Boom. But not identifying myself with any one clique too much and alienating myself from another because they're those people. In high school, because in high school, that's how we formulate who we are, a large part. What we like to do, who we like to hang out with. Are we the jocks? Are we the nerds? Are we the soccer players? Are we, so some of our greatest friends cannot be people who have the same ethnic background as us or speak the same language as us, For me, I like cultural differences. I like Arabic culture. I like Japanese culture, Russian culture. These, America is a very young country. We don't have much more than 300 years of history, while other countries have thousands of years of history.
Word.
So you have to have that adverse mindset in life and say, okay, I want to make friends with these kinds of people because their families teach them values and principles that are different than mine. So I'm curious. I want to know, what did your grandma say to your dad that said to you? That it's just this little tick of your personality that people might not catch, but it's natural to you because that's just how you are. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, man, I think you're 100% spot on. Like, you have to be able to put yourself in different environments, and I think that's always super, super important. Like, a lot of times, we're always waiting for our people to come to us, or we're waiting for, like, us to get invited to, or this, like, you got to be able to just do things on your own. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I have a lot of things in my life that over the last couple of years, I've really said, like, nah, I'm going to just do it. I'm going to put myself in the situation. When I was younger, it was probably always the gym. The gym was the one thing, because I've always been a guy that's just into the gym. And to be honest with you, I always was around a lot of dope individuals, right? Now, the whole tribe aspect to it, I wouldn't really have that from those, but I met a lot of really people that would just like add value to the life and good just environments to that. And then, same thing, like, even now, me doing that Spanish class, or I just started signing up for the whole bachata class again, too. Like, these are just little tribe aspects of your life. Because I do think, and it's kind of funny, because a lot of this, too, and I think this, even with the next topic, has been heavy on my heart the last, like, week, 2 weeks, maybe 6 months. Because the last, like, let's just say, I'm not lying, almost the last, like, 9 months, I've been a lot more in tune with me. For a long time, I was just working. And then I said, you know what? Maybe even like a year and a half ago to 2 years, I was like, I'm going to start me. Like, that's why I was starting my weight loss journey and things like that. I'm like, I'm at a point where, like, I have to do it, because if not, all my life is just going to be this job, like, in this business. This is it. So I have to, employ more people, bring more people out. I have to delegate it, right? The selfish person in me would be like, nah, just keep the money, rock out. But I said, nah, like, bro, I have to focus on me too. I have to have meets. I have to be able to go to the gym. I have to be able to find my tribe. I need to connect with my friends. Like I need to like like little things like that of just even not being able to see a niece's birthday or things like that was just getting in the way. So I think that's the biggest starter is being open to being able to get yourself to find a tribe, to find your people or things like that.
Yeah.
Putting yourself out there, but also at the same time, maybe it's different for everybody, but I also feel like, as we're getting older, like I'm 36, I'm about to be 37. And it was one thing that I always struggled with too, because I always was like, different pockets, different friendships, different groups, even now I have a lot of different, groups of people that like, y'all know me, other people know me, things like that. And I think for a long time, I would always kind of look for that too. Like, oh, I want those people to call me. I want this, that, like, and then now, you get older and we have businesses and everyone has jobs and you have kids and you have life. At the end of the day, man, I think it's really just us. Like, I think we are our tribe. I think we are that. I don't really personally think that, I think you go through eras and I think you go through phases. I think you go through,
chapters.
Yeah,
You're going
chapters
through
of life.
Chapters in life, yeah. Because
like,
I mean, I've had that myself. Like you work at a certain spot and you vibe with your coworkers and they become your friends. You hang out with them outside the office, and then you leave the job and you find another job, and then those friends don't call you anymore. You never see them, you never talk to them. It kind of just dies out, Same thing with school, college, high school, it's the same shit. I was best friends with this kid. Then you graduate, and it's like, I haven't heard from you in 10 years. Like, where the fuck you been, man? And you even see that in, like, Boy Meets World and Girl Meets World. There was, like, an episode where Corey and Sean are, best buds. Literally, they're family. And then they graduated, I think, like college, and everyone kind of went their own way, and they didn't speak for like 7 years. And then they saw each other at the reunion, and they're like, yo, why the fuck haven't we talked in 7 years? Like, we were inseparable. And it's like, life. I got married, I have a kid, I'm on the road, whatever. So, I don't know, like, life kind of gets in the way in that. So I agree with you too, Joe, with the whole, like, you are your tribe. You got to go out and, like, do your own thing. If you want to go watch a movie, you want to go to the movies and no one's around, fuck it. Go watch the movies yourself.
I go alone all the time.
Who cares?
Yeah.
You're hungry, you want to go out for dinner, no one's around? Fuck it, I'm going to a diner by myself.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
I've been on that for a long time, because for a long time I wouldn't live life, like, because I was always looking for that person. Because at the end of the day too, some people they like that, right? Some people are very to themselves, but some people earn for that. I ain't gonna lie, I have always been that person. I earn for that tribe. I earn for that person, that partner, that person. Like, that is actually, it's crazy. And I even, like, on some, like, spiritual shit, I'm like, yo, God, I don't know what he's waiting for, but he knows that's the one thing I want, and that's the one thing he keeps playing with. Like, that's the one thing, like, business, like,
here you go.
It's the one thing, like, everyone is different. For me, I've always been that person that I wanted that tribe. Like, I wanted that, like, like, the kids. Maybe that's why, I'm always been, kids fan. I've always wanted that, that wife to be like, yo, you my person. Like, that's that and, in small, that intimate tribe. That's always something that I've earned for. It's, like the brother, the family. And it's like, I've always gotten very discouraged with life because it doesn't click. And it always even made me question myself. And made me question even my own mental health and me as a person. But then I'm just like, yo, I'm a dope person. I'm this, I'm that. Like, why am I not getting that? But again, that's just like part of the journey, part of life. But you got to just still, even in those moments, because you can still question, I think it's still okay. But you got to still do you at the end of the day. You can't wait for life to bring you those people,
100%.
Also, one last thing, when you chasing to be a greater person, like you said in the show, the boy, like, if you chasing two different things, you're just not, like, you might not be lying. You're gonna be doing other things. They're gonna be doing other things.
Right, right. Yeah, you hit that fork in the road and you kind of get separated.
Mm.
But you always try to find a way to reconnect. You know, if that person is that important to you, you'll always find some kind of way. It's like my best friend, my childhood best friend back home. We definitely don't talk as much. That's for sure. But like we still stay in touch, Even a simple, "Hey, good morning. Hey, what's up, dude? Haven't heard from you in a while." Like that's enough. That's
Yeah.
all you need. It's like I'm just checking up that you're still alive. So you that minimal effort still makes a difference, It still holds something. So I think
It takes time too. Like
yeah.
at the end of the day, and I reflect on again. These are a lot of things that I always. These are the things that keep me up at night. These type of things.
Yeah.
And because it's funny, business, all that. I could care less. I could be short 10K tomorrow. Two business partners could have left. This could have that. But if like my love life or like my friendships start acting up, it drains me. It stresses me out because that's what I earned for. That's in my core. Like I could have nothing, but if I have my person by my side and my people, that's what everything is
You're
about
good.
for me.
Right.
Because that's why I do all the business stuff. But what I've also realized too is it just people all have their own stuff going on. We all have our own bullshit. We all have our own mental health. We all have our own friendships and parents and this and that. And sometimes I think in life, even if you get that one person, you're lucky for that. Like I always say, I always give a shout out to Jen. Jen's like my best friend, and me and her. One day I want to do a pod with her because like even our journey has been so interesting, and it took us a long time to get there. It took us a lot of shit, from being in a relationship with each other, then to not, and to have struggles because it was not. It wasn't an easy
It's a
breakup.
bumpy road, bro. Life is a bumpy road.
It wasn't. But even now, it's funny because I even say that, but it even feels weird to even say I was in a relationship with her.
Yeah.
It just feels weird.
Yeah.
But that's how much life has changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I say weird, I don't mean like that in a bad way. I just mean like because of where we're at now. Now I feel like it's like brother sister.
Right. It's like I fucking dated you.
Yeah, that's kind of like how it feels. You know what I'm saying? But on some real shit though, that those are the people that you could really, talk to, count on, things like that. But again, that's time, man. It's time. It's closeness. It's equal effort. And just the way life just happens. Like the dots and it all connects. And even I think about that too. Like a lot of times, that it might not always be there. Like I said, it could be always for a season. If tomorrow, maybe now it's because helps me with the business and involved with the business. If tomorrow, she were to go get a different job or this slows down or whatever, and it's like you got to do something different, would the connection still be there? Would I still have her as part of my tribe? Probably at a certain aspect, 100%.
Yeah, it might not be as strong,
Of course.
but it's still. I think it still would be there just for all the history you guys have together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a reality that it wouldn't. And I think that's just it sucks. It sucks when you think about these things, even like when you have your friendships or your people that you work with or things like that it can shift. Even relationships, you be with somebody for so fucking long and then y'all break up and it's like, dog, like what? And then your whole life is just like rocked.
Flipped upside down, bro.
Yeah,
It's tough
for
bro.
me. That's why like I love Star Wars because, I mean, obviously I'm an only child and like I view things differently in that regard. But like, have you guys seen Star Wars?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the scene when Anakin is having trouble? He got put on the Jedi Council, which is something he always wanted to be. But when you get on the Jedi Council, they grant you the rank of Master. They got him on the Jedi Council, but they did not grant him the rank of Master. So he's going through this confliction of I got to where I wanted, but I'm not who I thought I was, how I was gonna get there. So he's having these conflictions, and he's starting to do. He just killed Dooku. He decapitated Dooku, and that's not what Jedi do. but that's what he wanted to do. So he has this confliction, and he goes to Master Yoda, and he asks Yoda. He says, Yoda, how can I deal with these problems? And he says, Yoda's like, your thoughts dwell on your mother and all these things. And he asks him, and Yoda says, learn to let go of everything you fear to lose. Right? Because the whole story of Anakin is how he loved Padme so much he didn't want to let go of her. He loved his mother so much, and he lost his mom, and he couldn't do anything, and he got there just as she died. He has these premonitions of Padme pregnant and dying in childbirth, and now he knows, he's a chosen one, so he knows that it's gonna happen. What can I do about it? And it becomes this story of love and obsession and strength. But through strength, through obsession, you go to the dark side and you find greed, because you're greedy. You want more than what you have, right? He's on the Jedi Council, but he's not a master. He's greedy. He wants more. So.
Let me take this call.
Yeah.
Yo, Zach Blends, we got you live on the podcast.
Oh, I'm on the podcast right now?
Yes, you are. Because I was like, I was going to dub your call, but I was like, nah. If Zach called me, maybe something important. And we're recording, so say what up to everybody.
What up? I definitely can't talk about it right now, then.
yeah, sorry. So I'll call you. But yo, everyone, shout out. Give Zach Blends a follow.
Yeah. For sure.
You coming out with some more cooking content or what?
I got to, bro. I got to.
Yo, make it happen. Go follow Zach Blends and Zach Blends.
Bro, we gotta do it.
What's up? I lost you.
We gotta do that shit.
Yeah, the cooking stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm a broke bitch lately. I can't afford your flight. And when you were here the other day, you were here for like 24 hours.
My boy.
So I got you. I got you
Yeah,
soon
we
though.
Alright,
All right, peace. My bad. Star Wars. Actually, I want to watch it now.
I forgot what I said.
You should, bro.
Oh, dude. As I grow older, like the same stuff that I used to watch younger and just think it was cool, stupid lightsaber battles or like stupid stuff, I realized in an older perspective, I'm like, holy shit, this is a masterpiece.
It's like an actual
What
life
the
lesson
fuck?
here.
Yes,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
yes. But anyway, I say all that to say that, attaching yourself to any one relationship or any one person or any one situation or any one job is contrary to human evolution, because we are people that, in order for humanity to live and survive, we have to adapt. And if we get stuck on one too many thing, if something happens to that, right, we're mortals. Nothing is forever. We all die. Everything that we know dies eventually. Our fucking pets die. Our plants die. But we become sad because we're human. We're mortal. We're not omnipotent.
I want to be that.
Wanna be what?
Give me the peptide. I'm on peptides. Give me the
Right,
peptides.
we want the limitless
Give me
pill.
the peptides to just not give a fuck. What's that peptide called? The not give a fuck peptide? Give me that. I want when something happens like that, because I be like that on a lot of things. But like you said, when those type of things happen,
it's those things that you feel, you might be that way in certain aspects, but then other aspects change your entire humanity when it happens to you. So that's that fluidity of the inevitable. Like, I had a relationship with a girl who I thought it was going to be really good, and we were great, and then that one situation happens.
Mm-hmm. And everything changed.
And it changes your perspective.
It does.
Right? Because life is perspective. So this person, and a lot of the times in relationships specifically, because we yearn for certain things. So because we yearn for certain things, we almost find people, and the same thing with women too. We got to get a woman on here next time. They will think of the person that they're with or they want to be with as they could be, not how they are. So then when they, we build up this image in our mind of, okay, this person is this way, and they're showing, the honeymoon phase. First couple months, a year, 2 years of dating somebody, all that shit is thrown to the side. You don't really realize that they don't want to show you it because this is great. I really like this person. Maybe we have fun. We connect well in the bedroom. I don't want to fuck it up. But inevitably, right? Because nothing is forever, even lies, right? It will come to light. So then it becomes a question of how much have you invested, let's just say from a man's perspective, monetarily into that person, physically into that person. Did you have a kid with this person now, right? Because now you guys are soul tied forever. And if things don't happen the way that you thought it was going to be, well, now you're going to be at odds with this person, and there's a child involved. So now are you going to repeat the cycle? Is the kid going to repeat the cycle? Those are all questions. So it's just so much to the human conundrum.
Yeah.
That you just have to be. I believe you have to be fluid. Love the moment. That's why if you're ever read a book, you want a book recommendation, read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It is just like Troy. You ever seen the movie Troy?
Yeah.
You've seen Troy?
Yeah.
The mortals are envious of us because we're doomed. Everything is more beautiful because we're doomed, because we don't have forever.
Right.
So we have to live in the moment. The moment is all we have.
That's why it's called the present.
The present, is our present. Presence.
Our gift.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the root word. So, live in that moment with no expectation of the future and let it happen. Let it happen to you, because tomorrow is not promised. So all of these, fantasies that we build up in our minds of how our futures could go could all be gone tomorrow.
Very true.
So you have to
true.
live like that.
Yeah, and you got to be okay with that change.
With that change.
That's the thing. Yeah, like you got to be cool with it.
Right.
And then you always have to remember, it's like you were saying about relationships. You're in a relationship, something happens, changes your perspective on a relationship. And that's something that I kind of went through too, but with friendships. I used to work at at my cousin's restaurant, and I vibed with this one guy. We became friends. We were hanging out, whatever. But then the friendship just started to decline. He became like a psycho girlfriend, bro. This guy was like borderline gay, man.
Yeah.
Like he was just calling me all the time, and Wednesdays is our hangout day, and every Wednesday hangout. Like if I call him and tell him, listen, I can't hang out this Wednesday. Oh, what the fuck? What do you mean you can't hang out? Like, hello, what? You don't want to be my friend no more? Bro, relax. I have a life outside of you. And it was such a toxic friendship. I quit the restaurant, and that's it. No, stop talking to him, whatever. Then my last job before working here at Jersey Media, I had people that I was vibing with at the office. And I remember one of my friends that I made there, she was telling me, I was telling her the story with this guy, and she's like, well, what, you don't want to be friends with me because of that? And I'm like, well, listen, I don't know, I kind of got this rule now where you don't befriend your coworkers because it can ruin work.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just, we're cool in the office, but me and you, we ain't going out anywhere. And she's like, okay, but look at it this way. You had a girlfriend before your wife, right? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay, and that girl broke your heart. Yeah, she did. She literally left me for no reason. Until this day, I still don't know why the fuck she left me. She's like, okay, so why'd you give your wife a chance? If your ex-girlfriend left you for apparently no reason, and now you don't trust women, but yet you gave your wife a chance, right? You went on a date with her, and look, you got married to her. So same concept with the friends. You had one bad friend in some previous job. That doesn't mean all your coworkers are going to be a bad friend. Right. You still have to have that open mindset and be like, okay, everyone's different. Every experience is different. Yeah. So always have that open mindset. Don't turn into, a grouch and be like, oh, that's it. I had 2 crappy friendships, so fuck friends. I'm not friends with anybody anymore.
It's tough though, man.
It is.
It's tough. Life. Even me, man, life has been testing me, bro, the last year and a half of that, where it's because it's interesting, right? Because it's you want to be always a good person, you want to be a good friend, you want to be a good boyfriend, you want to be a good brother, and when you do that, you're locked in, right? I mean that's from my perspective, right? Because if I do something, I'm going to go all out. So I'm locked in. Let's just say, you know, hold on, let's take this.
Podcast turning
Yo,
into
you're
phone
alive
call.
on Therapy Without a Degree, sir.
Oh man, you shouldn't have answered that.
Nah, say what up. Give a little AOE promo.
Oh man. Hello guys.
Yo.
Over here, just out and out the podcast.
Hey, look at that. From one podcast to another podcast, talking about another podcast.
Yeah, I'm podcast out today. So listen, I'm gonna let you get to it. Just give me a call back when you finish.
Adios.
Peace.
We got a lot of guests
subscribe-
on the show.
Subscribe to AEOE. Yeah. You know, so let's just say you want to be a good friend and you're locked in. Or even, you know what, let's switch it to like work. You want to be a good work. You want to be a good employee and you're doing whatever you got to do. And, you know, you're locked in and you're giving it all and you're going 120% and you're just locked in. And then you get let go. And you're just like, what the fuck?
Right, you're like,
What do you
just
do
happened?
in that moment?
Like,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I was
who do you
locked.
become when the adversity hits?
Yep.
Because that sets your mental, you know, not preference, like your mental, like when something happens to you, the first time you react to it is like, I forgot the word that explains it. It's like your preference, like your default setting to how you react when that emotion happens to you.
yeah, and that's the difficult part.
Right, because then it becomes difficult to change that because that's how you reacted to that, you know, experience so many times.
Because you were locked in.
Right,
So you were working there for 3 years. You're always locked in.
What happened? Could it be me? Was it my boss? Was it my coworker? Did
Right.
somebody say something?
Right.
Did I fuck up? No, I couldn't have fucked up because I'm locked in.
But again, that was your daily experience. Like that was what you were putting your fucking all into for 3 years.
Right.
Yeah.
You're
right.
putting your all into that for 3 years. So then when it gets wiped under you from under your fucking feet, you're just like, bro, that was my existence. That was my everything. That was like my. And then it's like it makes you question: do I not give my all?
That's the
Yeah,
beauty
right.
of life.
Right. Should I not care anymore? Should I just say
But
fuck
then-
it? But then you get into a situation where it's like, but then if you give only a little the basic minimum, then it's like, but you know you're more than that.
Right. So what do
So,
you do?
right.
How do you react
Yeah.
to that? That's why I think in a more spiritual aspect of life, like I think that, you know, we are all God collectively experiencing life. So how you might react to that situation might be different than him, might be different than Giordano. But we are all a collective consciousness trying to figure it out. How do different people react? You know, different souls react to these situations that are hard. They suck. We're emotional. We're humans. At
Yes.
the end of the day, we
Yes.
have feelings. We have, you know, preferences that we want, things that we want to stay doing and keep doing. And you know, like I said, nothing is forever.
And I guess you gotta be like so tapped in that you're locked the fuck in, but you gotta know that tomorrow it's not like it could all.
It's
go to
not
shit.
promised.
And I've always done a good job of doing that in the world of like business and non relationships. Like when it's friendships and it's like lovers and things like that, it still rocks the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
But when it's like, I even when I was a kid, it was everything. I remember it always sticks out in my head because I was absolutely bugging. I think I was like 12 years old or something, and my mom threw out a couch, and I flipped the fuck out. I flipped out, bro.
Yeah.
She put it to the garbage. You know what I did?
Brought it back home.
I brought it back home.
Yeah, fuck that.
I
I'm
brought-
bringing this couch back in here.
I fucking put that shit back, bro. I went all the way to the curb.
Yeah.
And I put that shit back like a fucking nut. But it was because of that.
What did you love about the damn couch, bro?
I didn't. It was just a change. It was the
Okay.
it was the change of this is our shit. You know, like, but why you rocking my fucking existence right now?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like even now, I want to low key move from where I'm at. I mean, you've been talking, and I'm already getting anxiety because I've been there for like 6 years, but you know, you go through phases in your life, and this is all like, I think this is a really good therapy conversation, because it's like, for the longest time, I actually was excited because I was like, yo, I'm good. I'm moving a place every year. I'm fucking leaving 6 months here. Listen, I'm in my bag, because back in the day, that shit would have rocked me. But now it's like, fuck, it's catching up to me again, because now it was a long period of time at this one place. And I'm emotionally getting anxiety already, just even knowing I have to leave it. And I'm already in my mind trying to think, how do I keep it? Do I give it to my daughter? Do I just keep it as like, because I don't want to like change. I don't want that change.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes into the same thing of like our relationships and this and that, like, because you put your all and your energy into it. You know, if I'm dating somebody, I'm putting my all into that. So like when I wake up, I'm thinking of you, baby. When I go to sleep, I'm thinking of you. Because as a powerful man and as a good man, as a good boy, shouldn't I do that? So then
Correct.
what? If it goes tomorrow and you tell me to go fuck myself, I'm supposed to just
Bounce back.
I'm just supposed to okay.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like
I feel you.
spiritually, right? They say, okay, you should, and even, you know, I'm always want everything happens for a reason. Yeah, but like, oh my God, bro. Turning that emotion off with that. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it does.
I get what you're saying.
It sucks.
Everyone's personality is different with that regard. You know, like you should always give 100%, but let's just use it in the relationship context. Like everyone has their own motives as to why they do things, even if the reason why they tell you might not be the true motive. So you have to, you know, people. That's why, you know, this goes back to the whole thing of AI. Like that's why AI learns your prompts, but they can only learn the prompts that you give them. That's why when you said, like, when you change the prompt, it changes the answer, because they are a reactive. That's why they're training these AI models to get better, because they want to, you know, you ever seen the movie Minority Report with Tom Cruise? How they have those
long time ago.
Right. So they have those two, like, you know, creatures in the bath that can tell the future. And that's how they can stop crime, because it's prediction, not reaction, right? The police is a reactionary force. Something happens and the cops get called, right? But what if the cops knew what was going to happen before it happened? It's the same thing. So like, you know, people will tell you sometimes what they want you to hear while you're giving your all. And you have to sit there and say, okay, well, I'm doing X, Y, Z, and I'm giving my heart. Oh, but this little flag, you know, this person just did. This is strange. Why would they say this? Why would they do that? Why would they make this problem out of this situation, which I don't think somebody giving my all should have gotten that response.
That, yes.
I don't deserve
Yeah.
that. Why? Yeah. And you have to also be ready for when you, right? Because everything is based off trust in a relationship. So like if you trust your partner to tell you the truth, you ask them a question, hey, why'd you treat me like that? I don't think that I deserve that. Oh, well, this, that, and the third. That could all be bullshit, because now it's the game. Now it's I don't really want to lose this person that's giving their all. So I'm not going to really say what I really think or what I really feel, the real truth. I'm going to say what is advantageous for me. And then it becomes this game of cat and mouse of who's going to, and I'm the kind of person, I have a zero tolerance for that shit, man. I will cut you off immediately and you're dead to me. That's maybe it's a Virgo trait, I don't know, but I just have this thing about me where it's like, you only get the real me once. If I see something or
like
you
fucking sleazy
goodbye.
shit. Yeah, right.
Because we live in America, and there's only 330 million fucking people in this country. There's 10 billion everywhere else. I'll go travel the world and I'll find somebody who's not ruined by American culture, who's not playing games, who's authentic, who I can connect with and not have to think. In this country, everyone wants to get an edge on you. Everyone wants to use you for some reason, some deficiency that they have and that you can afford them. Fuck that.
I agree.
All you ever need is you.
Yeah.
You. Self. Number one rule is self-sufficiency. You have to get what you need to become self-sufficient. If you can't give yourself what you need, how can anybody else do it for you? Never will happen, ever.
agree.
because you're always going to be chasing your. Take it from me, because I've been that person for many years. I've always had problems with friends. I try to be the most authentic person. Somebody comes to me with a problem, bro, let's sit down and let's fucking talk about it. But they don't really want to hear it. They want somebody more to complain to and to say, bro, that's fucked up. But let's work towards it. Let's do something about it. I do, or on the contrary, and I'll give them my true opinion, and they'll think like I'm better than them. I'm not better than you, bro. Frankly, I don't care about your problem. That's your problem. But I'm here to help you because I'm your friend. You've trusted me to explain, telling me the situation, and I'm giving you my authentic truth. That might have given you a different perspective. Oh, but you don't like that perspective. You don't want to hear that. So I'm gonna discredit it. I'm gonna become jealous because you think you're better than me because maybe the problem, the solution to your problem was simple, but you just didn't think of it that way. Perspective. Life is perspective. That's all you need. Somebody sometimes. Your best friends won't agree with you. They will fight you on the subjects that you take to heart. If you have yes men all around you, how far do you really get?
Yeah, you're not getting anywhere.
Not getting anywhere. If you have a woman, or let's say for the women watching this podcast, if you have a man that just yes men's you to death, yes baby, yes baby. There are women who like that, men who like that. But how long before you
Get bored. Yeah.
And then you become, you cheat. You're an infidel. You become infidelious now because that's boring.
Yeah.
We want controversy in our life. That's why when some 10-car pileup happens on the car, that shit gets more views than what's good news on, because we want controversy. We want somebody to get kicked in the face at the FIFA game, 20 million views.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because that's how we're hardwired as humanity.
Yeah.
But that's not always the best situation.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I agree.
that's the way that I view that shit.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to like what I was saying. Like finding your tribe is all about going through the experience, going through a journey with them, and then you notice, wait, they didn't do what they always said they would in this specific situation. So maybe they're not as trustworthy as I thought they were, And then you adjust accordingly as you go through this journey of life. And then obviously if they fuck up so bad to a point where it's like, nah, you know what? Fuck this. You're off. You're off the list. Yeah. Not calling you anymore. The end. Game over.
Being okay with that. Mm-hmm. Being okay with having your energy invested in this person and it doesn't work out. Mm-hmm. Because that person's not for you. That's the world, the universe, the power showing you.
Yeah, that's God. Yeah, telling you.
It's not for you.
Mm-hmm.
What you thought of this person, how you thought it was going to be, it's not. And it's up to you, the individual, to make that reasoning. You can force it, because I've forced many things.
Yeah.
But it'll just hurt you more.
Yeah.
How
that's
much will
true.
you tolerate of the, you know what I mean? So that's life, man.
Yeah. It's just, everyone different perspectives and things like that. And it's crazy too, just because, the slightest of things can make or shift just overall, like human relationships.
Yeah.
It literally
Friends,
can
like
make or break.
The littlest
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
You may have said something the wrong way or this or that. But I also think we do got to give people more grace, when it comes to things like that, though. I do think, like,
we're all human. Error is human.
We live in a very,
We all have like certain standards,
right.
And then it's got to be like, I remember there was this one girl that I was friends with, and, well, I wanted to bang this girl too. And like, friends with her, right? Fucking helping her out. She didn't have a car, drive her here or there, whatever. And then one day she calls me and she's like, oh, I need to go to my lawyer's office, something to do with immigration. She's like, can you take me? And I'm like, nah, sorry, I can't. My car's at the mechanic shop, so can't take you. She's like, okay, but maybe like, I don't know, find a way to take me. I'm like, bitch, I can't take you. I don't have my car. Right. And then she knew my brother too. So then she's like, well, maybe you could take your brother's car. my brother's at work. What are you talking about? And then she has the audacity to even say, well, he's at work, so you could take his car for a couple hours.
That's crazy.
I'm like, you know what? Stop talking to me. I'm done here. I'm not fucking talking to you anymore. And that was it. That was
Can't
the
knock
end
the
of the
hustle,
conversation.
baby. You can't knock the hustle.
No. Like, fuck
I feel
you.
her. I feel her. I'm sorry. Yo, you're making excuses, dog. Let me fucking take me.
Help me.
Yeah.
Help me so
Yeah.
I don't help you. That's how it works.
I mean,
Equivalent exchange.
yeah.
That's what it is,
mean-
bro.
We gotta give people grace, man. You know, we are all humans at the end of the day. We make mistakes, you know, we do things. And I feel like a lot of times we do just cut people off too easily and we remove them from our tribe and we do this. And it's like, bro, we're humans. No one's perfect.
It's true.
No one's
Very
perfect.
true. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just a salty motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
just-
I
I'm
was
salty, bro.
I was an asshole at one period of time in my life. I cut off a friend for literally such a dumbass reason. And then just a couple years ago, we rekindled. And now it's like, we're cool, bro. It's like nothing happened.
You know, I treat it like, and maybe it's a problem, but I treat everything like, you know, obviously when they say when you marry someone, right? Like that's a very, like probably the most serious bonds you have with somebody, right?
Yeah.
But I also try to keep my friendships and things like that in a very serious manner, right? Even if you're like my girlfriend, I'm giving you that energy like you're gonna be my wife, right?
Absolutely.
If like, so it's like those little things. It's like, you know, with your wife, you're not gonna just like have a little beef and then pack shit up, right, and leave.
No, for
It's
sure.
true.
You know?
Because then you'll be alone forever.
Yeah.
You'll never find anyone.
No.
Because no one is perfect in this life. Nobody.
In that scenario, then that's when you have to create your list of non-negotiables. You have to have
standards,
communication and say,
yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
these 5 things are my non-negotiables. Are you okay with this? Before anything gets too invested. Because if she says no or she hesitates, I'm very big on signals. So like I can tell that like if I ask you a direct question and you hesitate or you know, I know that there's some leeway there in your answer. So it's like, you know, be very clear with that person. Hey, say, listen, this, that, and the third, it doesn't fly with me. If you do that or you don't do this, that's it. Because then everything else is fair play. But if you don't know, she doesn't know, you know, they can't use that excuse later of saying that I don't know.
Yeah, you're getting to know somebody, and we're all so full and multifaceted, and we change and we develop, and even as we're getting older, like, you know, I see things differently than I did 3-4 years ago, and more like things change. You know, people change. So like I always try to say, give a little bit of grace.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
100%.
That's true. Yeah. There was a point in time where one of the non-negotiables for me was like, we have to have kids. If you don't want to have kids, then this ain't going to work.
Yeah.
Skip 4 years later, now kids are not that high on my priority list anymore. Now it's like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, that's okay too. So people change their minds, you know?
Yeah, that's why too. Like I'm even your own moods and you know.
Yeah,
things change.
yeah.
You actually, that's funny. Like you know, recently you were like, I never will date someone with kids, and then you
I
tried.
know. And look what happened.
See, it
saying?
happens, dude.
But I learned
But are
my
you a
lesson.
hypocrite, or are
Right.
you just like, you
know?
just change your perspective?
I changed my perspective. I wanted to, because I was so critical of it.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? Let me experience it with somebody that I know. I know her. Let me experience it. Let me see what it is. And I gave her my all. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, I'm not a rich guy, but I pay for everything. I made sure that we had fun. You know, we got connected. But that's the toughness of dating someone. For at least me in my age group, you know, dating somebody that has kids. I don't have a problem being second fiddle to the child because I want a big family anyways, but it's that connection to the father of the child. Even if they don't like him or they don't want him, they say they don't want him, you're soul tied. You don't have a choice but to communicate, to interact, to talk about it with that person.
But for you, like, it was a boundary, but you were like, you know, you grew a little bit and you changed and you know, your perspective
I'm
changed.
willing to see. Do you really not talk to that man other than co-parenting? Because I'm going into this relationship understanding that you have a fucking kid. I'm not ignorant. I know that you have to communicate professionally with the father of your child. I understand that. But if you're gonna lie to me about when you're doing that or you talk about that, I don't have the time for those games. I want to know what it is. And if it is,
Just keep it real.
Just keep
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's the thing that I hate. Tell me the truth. If you still have feelings for him, tell me that, because I can make my informed decision on how much I want to give to this in this relationship. But because she likes it, she likes all the things that I was doing for her and doing with her, she's gonna tell me what I need to know. She's gonna tell me how, her perspective, whatever she wants to say to make it work and not cause a problem, until the truth was revealed. Because it always is, whether it takes a year or 20. Thankfully, I didn't give her more kids. You know what I mean? I didn't invest in her too much and fucking
Then
do all
you're
the
fucking
things.
locked
Right,
down.
you know what I mean? And now I'm baby daddy number 2.
Yeah, right.
And I got to deal with that
seriously.
shit for the rest of my life. And I'm just not that kind of person. So, that's just me. I find shit out about people very quickly. And you can't pull the wool over my eyes for too long. But I lived in the moment. When we were together, we lived in the moment. We had fun. We were intimate. It mattered. She will never forget me. Just like I'll never forget her.
Yeah.
But that phase is done, and it's on to the next. With my experience
On to the next one.
learned, perspective gained. Now, if I want to talk to another single mom, they can't pull the same shit because I know the signs. I know what to look for.
I hate time wasted.
That's just me. But
You learn as you
but
go.
you're not
you know?
wasting it though.
Yeah, you're
You're living
learn
in
something.
the moment. You lived something. You
Yeah,
had
yeah.
experience. You had good times with her
Right.
that you'll never forget as
You got
long
memories.
as you live.
Yeah.
That's what nobody can take from
And
you.
you learned a lesson.
Right.
You also learned a lesson out of it.
nah.
What you
Life is all
thought-
about learn as you go, bro.
Yeah.
It's all trial and
I'm
error.
with that, but
telling you, man, nothing is forever, bro. And
It actually makes life beautiful if you think
It
about
is.
it, because it's like
it's more
the
beautiful because we're
unexpected,
doomed.
the unknown.
I
Yeah.
don't like it. No, because you know what it is. If I do anything right now, I'm investing. Everything I do is investing in my future. Everything. Everything
Yeah,
I'm
of
doing
course.
Because you have a perspective
Yeah.
of how your future will be. But if you're investing all your time and your energy and your resources into that and then that change, right? The future is fluid.
Exactly.
You cannot tell the future. That's why they say time
I'm trying
travel
to create
is
my future.
right. You can create the perception of your future.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you can create. You don't know what happens tomorrow, but you can plan and create resources to set yourself up in the best position for that to happen. But it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Nothing is.
No.
Death and taxes are the only two things
Your
that are
word.
guaranteed.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
You
bro.
know what I'm saying? So that's how you have to approach life, in my opinion. You
Yeah,
can't marry yourself to one thing or one outcome because it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, yeah. You see, I think that's why my whole perspective on kids changed.
Right.
When I was younger, I'm living at home, I'm chilling.
You don't know how expensive kids are.
Yeah, right. I'm a 21-year-old kid. I don't got no bills, nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I have to have kids because, that's what mom and dad did. That's what society tells you to do. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But then I moved out. I got married. Bills started popping up left and right, fucking knocking on my door, rent, groceries,
Insurance.
wife herself. Like, it's all bills, dude. And then it's like, fuck. And then a kid on top of all this, dude. And honestly, it's not just forget finances. It's just life too.
Your time.
Bro,
Yeah.
How are
like,
you going to be a father?
I
to this
go, I
child?
hang out with my boys on a Friday night. How the hell am I going to do that if there's a baby in the fucking bedroom? No, those days are over, man. I'd be like, yo, you guys want to come over and, like, have OJ? Like, we could do that.
Home?
We could play Legos.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to no bar.
Yeah.
So then it's like, wait a minute.
Your perspective.
No, wait. I don't know if I want kids anymore. Like, my whole mindset just changed.
It changes often.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
beautiful thing.
So it's revolving, bro.
Yeah.
You never know what the hell is going to happen. Anything is possible.
I think I like how this conversation went. It twisted and it turned. And I think we also we were going to talk about next about the whole loneliness epidemic. Maybe we'll get into that next week.
Yeah.
But I do feel like we touched on that a little bit because I do think, if you're having trouble finding your tribe, I do think the loneliness kind of kicks in. But I think a lot of the things that we said kind of go into it as well.
Yeah.
To not. But we'll dive into that next week along with a few other things.
Yes.
Let's do
Yes.
it.
So,
Life is confusing, guys, but it's
It is.
okay.
yeah.
You'll figure it out. It's like life is like this ball just filled with knots, and you're kind of untying the knots as you get through.
Yo, speaking of knots, I went to the mall the other day, got a little massage.
Oh, see? Untying
Yeah,
knots.
try to untie those knots. Because, I think, this stress be getting you. And I last time I got one was for my birthday. It was like 6 months ago. I was like, I'm due again.
You got to do it like, weren't you telling me you want to do it like
Monthly. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it monthly.
Yeah.
But I was tight, though, because I got it. And the little Chinese lady, she started doing it. And I was like, in the beginning, I was like, yo, lower back. Like,
Mhm.
I pointed to the area.
Yeah.
But I don't think she understood. So I think what she understood was, don't do that area.
Oh, okay. Dude, I thought she's going to go to your ass or something.
No, she started doing my arms, massaging my head,
Hey.
like everything else. Everything.
Except your lower
Oh
back.
yeah, and she did my leg, everything
Yeah.
except the lower back. And then at the end, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, let me get another 10 minutes. But the lower back.
Dude, this area.
This area. And she's like,
I see.
And then she finally did it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, bro, I'm going back. and then I'm like, at the end, I'm like, yo, a lot of knots? Yeah. A lot of knots. And then but she didn't understand. I gotta learn Chinese. I was gonna ask her, like, how often should I be going for me, my shit this fucked up? Like, how many times?
Yeah.
She didn't understand that part.
Of course not. No.
but,
Where'd you go to the mall or something?
Yeah, there's a little spot.
Those little
kiosks.
corners.
They cheap.
Yeah.
They cheap.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I ain't that balling where I could get like the sojo shit. Imagine getting that every once in a month. That'd be fire.
Yeah, so, dude, went to Sojo a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Bro, we were there for like the day. Swear to God, came back home. It's like we came back from like a resort,
But did
bro.
you do the massage or no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bro. That massage,
I
bro.
never did that.
Whoo!
That's like the
You
next
get
level.
up, you are lightheaded, dude. You're like high. You're high, bro. They are putting pressure on your back, bro.
I took a few baddies
That
there,
shit's strong,
but they weren't
powerful.
They weren't bad enough for me to give them the massage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
Sojo's on a whole
Yeah,
different
yeah,
level.
That's just pricey. It was already enough just to get them in the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Start with like massage envy, bro, or like hand in stone,
Nah,
you know?
I ain't taking no shorty to massage envy. Fuck that. You got to go bougie. If I'm gonna get you the massage, we going to Sojo, baby, or at the house. But I'll be going back.
Nice.
It was a spot. It was in Garden State Plaza, right by Against the Odds.
Mm-hmm.
In the Dunkin'.
I know where it is.
Yeah, I know where that is.
$45.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll be back there. Freddie, how was first podcast
It
experience?
was good. It's good.
It's good.
I think we had fun.
We're not gonna lose you. You're gonna be back next week.
No, I'm fucking here, bro.
You're here?
Where am I going? I got
Hold
nowhere to
up.
go. I'm here on this yellow couch.
Yeah, man. Let's go. Maybe we'll get some guests in here again. We'll keep doing this damn thing.
Yep.
If there's anyone that's watching this in the comments, if you guys have anything you guys want us to chop it up about, or you have any people that you think would be dope, let us know.
The comments.
Yeah.
Get us in the comments.
You know what we should start doing too, Javi? Maybe we do the Capitol Report segments on here.
We could.
Let me know what you think. We gotta get that back too, bro.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've done that. I want to get clips too, so I can post on my Instagram
Of course.
and like clip it.
Yeah.
30
Yeah, of
second,
course.
30 to 40 second.
Yeah. Or if you want, we do it after therapy. We
Yeah.
Just stay right there.
And
and
just keep it rolling.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta do our thing. So
That would make sense.
yeah, I think this was solid. What do y'all got going on with the rest of your weeks? What do y'all?
Well, I'm back to work
Yeah,
tomorrow.
working.
So just grinding until July 4th weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a long
Working.
weekend.
Yeah.
Working.
Yep, yeah.
Shoots. We got gigs.
Shoots. Guerrilla marketing.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Friday
Avalon.
afternoon.
Yes, with Avalon. Shout out to them.
Yep.
Shout out to them.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, I got a lot going on too. We got this restaurant. Shout out Dumpling Dojo. We just opened up the restaurant in Hackensack. So if anyone listening to this, watching this, come through.
Still got to go there. You might see me there.
Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah, actually, yeah, we gotta go shoot content over there soon too. But word.
Cool.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you, fellas, for
Yes, sir.
doing
Great
your thing,
pod.
blessing us with your vocals
No problem. That's what
And
we're
your-
here for.
and your thoughts and your perspectives.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
yeah. Other than that, we will see y'all next week. Hopefully, I've been saying that every episode for a while.
Let's just say we'll see you next episode.
No, they're gonna see us next week. You will. I promise.
Okay.
I hope.
Bow.
Peace out.
Peace out. y'all.
Adios.